Your name.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Braverman, principal at Howell High School, and I came here this evening to speak to you guys for a couple of minutes just about our October 2nd referendum vote that's going out. I wanted to give you a little bit of information about it. First off, I think the positive piece about the referendum vote is that there'll be a 1% decrease in the tax levy if the referendum goes through. So the $39 million referendum will still be a 1% decrease in the tax levy for the Freehold Regional High School District. If the referendum was to not be passed, then it would be a 3% decrease. So we put together a really nice referendum that actually was not going to raise taxes. And the reason why we were able to do that is that our debt has just come off on Colts Neck High School. So those of you that know, Colts Neck High School was built 20 years ago. We put a bond out, and we've been paying the debt off on that for the last 20 years. So this referendum has been, in our sight for many, many years, waiting for the exact time to do it where it would not cost the taxpayers any extra money. That time has come, and the debt is off. So we plan on taking that debt and reinvesting 2/3 of that debt back into this $39 million referendum. So to wonder what's going to happen with the referendum, I'm going to give you a brief example of what's going on in the town of Howell. First off, we're going to be doing millions and millions of upgrades to our security of our schools. We will be building a man trap / vestibule in the entry area where you walk into the building, where people will have to buzz in. They'll be in an area where they can't get into the building, but they're not sitting outside, and then ultimately buzzed in again if they're there for a reason to come in. If they're not, then they would stay in that area. So there'll be a structure built, better known as a man trap. Also, all the doors on all the classrooms will have deadbolt locks. So in case we have to go into an active shooter or a lockdown, normally what we do is we keep our doors in the locked position. The teacher closes the door and the doors are locked, but sometimes the teacher will fumble and they'll want to make sure their door's locked because they're worried. They won't have to worry about any of that again. Every single door in the school, and that's a lot of doors, they'll be able to just deadbolt it from the inside. All the glass that is on the doors, where you can peek in, will all be a special glass that is somewhat unbreakable. Would take a really long time to break through. There's a special type of glass that they build. I don't want to call it bulletproof, but there's a special glass that they put on, and that's for every single window and every single door for every single classroom. So as you can imagine, a ton of upgrades to our security. Also, a new PA system. Our PA system is very outdated. School was built 55 years ago, and we want to make it louder, crisper, clearer, so that there are no nooks and crannies in the building where announcements cannot be made. We're in a pretty good spot right now, but obviously we want it to be better. A couple other things, some modern learning spaces. Those of you that know, STEM is obviously the new wave of education and modern learning. We're going to build 2 new STEM classrooms, science, technology, engineering, and math classrooms, 2 brand new rooms with fabrication centers in them, dust collection vents, ton of really good product and industry building product for our college and career students and for our STEM students. So we're excited to build those 2 classrooms as well. We are going to upgrade our tennis courts, brand new tennis courts. Our tennis courts have not been redone for a long time. We've been kind of paving over them. So we're going to clean up those tennis courts, put all new tennis courts in. As you know, last year we put in a brand new turf field that was at no cost to the taxpayers. Some of the other schools are going to have turf fields in their referendum, but for us, we were fortunate enough to not have to charge the taxpayers any money and put in the state-of-the-art facility that we already have. So the tennis courts are an addition to our beautiful outdoor complex. And next is infrastructure, paving. Paving the parking lots. Our parking lots are in desperate need of some paving, and I'm sure you guys know better than anybody, paving a parking lot is extremely expensive, and we plan to pave a good part of our parking lots that are in dire need of that. And lastly, some roofing projects. And roofing can happen every year, every day, every time. There's never a roof that doesn't need to be fixed when you have flat roofs in high schools. And we want to put the rest of the money into our roofing. So as I said, the debt from Colts Neck is coming off the books, and the timing is extremely perfect. Another fact that I wanted to point out to you is that we just completed a ESA project for $20 million for that cost the district $0. We went out and put all new lighting in, LED lights, new HVAC systems, and so on and so forth. We did that while our books were while we were on the debt of Colts Neck, but we were able to do that through an energy efficient project of approximately $20 million, and again, that cost the taxpayers $0. So in a nutshell, we're a pretty fiscally responsible district. We are always underneath that threshold of per pupil where we need to be. And that being said, we have that October 2nd referendum vote going out, and we're hoping that people go out and vote. So thank you.
Thank you very much.